over-the-shoulder walkthrough video. So let's start off by looking at 4 examples currently on YouTube. We'll look at 4 Photoshop tutorials. Photoshop tutorials are very common online, and Photoshop is a good example to use for this type of web video because Photoshop is a pretty complicated application and it has lots of little buttons, and it's really an example of why internet video is so powerful, because a picture is worth 1,000 words and you can really learn a lot online just by watching videos like this on YouTube. So it's really a shame when these nice people spend so much of their time creating these awesome tutorials, but they don't quite understand how video resolution works, and so because of this, their videos are kind of hard to see, or at least not as clear as they could be. So let's look at some examples. Now this example is funny because this person actually posted his video both with the wrong aspect ratio, and it appears that he rendered his video incorrectly in his video editing software, probably with Microsoft Movie Maker. So you can see the poor results because of these 2 mistakes. Not only do we have these black bars on the left and the right of the video, but we also have black bars on the top and bottom. So the tragedy here is that this person is losing almost a full square inch all the way around his video. And that's not good because it means that his video is rendering at a size that's only half as big as it could have been. We want our videos to come through as big as possible. Okay, this next example is better. At least this person's video does extend all the way to the top and bottom of the player, but of course he has these black bars on the left and the right because he didn't record at the correct 16:9 aspect ratio. He probably recorded it around 1024 by 768, and that size is not on our list of allowed sizes. Okay, this next one, now we're getting somewhere. This video is a lot better. This guy appears to be a professional graphics guy. You can see we have no black bars on either side. The video fills the entire player, so we can tell this guy knows what he's doing. He recorded at the proper 16:9 aspect ratio, and everything looks pretty good. But one thing you might notice, though, is how small the actual buttons and controls in Photoshop look. For example, with your eyes, are you able to make out the location of the paintbrush tool or the eraser tool? They're hard to see. And the reason they're hard to see is because this guy recorded his video at a very high resolution. He's recording at 1080p. And recall that I said you usually don't want to do that for web videos. And this is why. Here's the problem. If he recorded his screen at 1080p, that means his screen size was a rectangle that was probably around 1920 by 1080 pixels big. But remember that the vast majority of YouTube users will never increase their player size, meaning they're going to be watching his video with a player size of 640 by 360, the default YouTube size. Now the question is, how do you fit a 1920 by 1080 pixel rectangle into a 640 by 360 pixel rectangle? Well, you can't. So what YouTube has to do is shrink his video down. So basically, when this video was uploaded, YouTube made a smaller size, a size that would fit in their little default 640 by 360 player. Now that's all great, but the problem is when you reduce a big image to a small image, that of course means that everything in that big image